mind games that narcissists always play and usually always win. Narcissists, they are masters at playing mind games. They play to win and they take zero prisoners. They are poor losers if they don't win, and they will often react in a fit of rage and stomp off like a small child. The only way for the other person to win is not to play. Here are some of the most common narcissistic mind games that they play. So we'll call this one 21. It is a popular game, and you are not allowed to ever reach the emotional age of 21. Even if you are 50 years old, you will be treated like a child, a stupid child, a bad child, a silly child, and you don't get to have face cards, and you don't ever get an ace. Well, if you do, you only get one because it's only worth 1 point. So we'll take that and we'll move on into the king and queen game, as it is the most important part for you to remember. The most important part for you to remember about this game is that no one can know the rules except for the king or the queen. Either the king or the queen gets to make up the rules as they go along. They don't have to tell the other players the new rules, and they can change the rules whenever it suits them. They are the king or the queen. Therefore, they always win the game. And you can be penalized for breaking the rules, even if they choose not to tell you, and they will not tell you the rules. So the next game that the narcissist loves, narcissists, they are masters of pretending to have empathy, phony empathy, feigned empathy, and he or she can appear to take you in, appears to understand what it is that you are going through and what you are experiencing, and appears to genuinely be able to put him or herself in your shoes. And then these acts, they cause you to let your guard down because you feel like you're with a normal, empathetic person. And just when you think that there is a genuine give and take in this relationship, they will pull a fast one, a gotcha, most often when you are at the lowest point. He or she will suddenly tell you about their extraordinary new career move, a luxurious trip that they're taking, a huge shift in financial status that will make you feel even more diminished. Narcissists, they perfectly execute an unexpected psychological pounce, and their purpose is to grind you down and humiliate you to make you feel small and inferior. So we'll call this one Death by 1,000 Cuts, because this is a really fun game that all narcissists like to play. It involves destroying your soul and your ego and your accomplishments and any belief system that you have that does not agree with the narcissist's beliefs. The way the game is won is for them to try to turn everything about you and everything you do into a complete and utter failure. Extra points they are given when they can take all of the credit for anything good that has ever happened to you and put it all in their own pot. Double points are earned when they manage to put all of the blame for anything bad onto the other player or the victim. So we'll call this one Crazy Eights, because this is one of the favorite games of a narcissist. You are called crazy anytime that you confront them or you bring up past issues or current issues in their behavior, or you expose them for doing something appalling. Then the game goes like this. You are told that you have an overly active imagination. You don't know what you are talking about. They have no idea what you are talking about, and that you are simply making things up to cause problems or cause drama. And they'll tell you that it's obvious that you are the one who is crazy until everyone around you agrees with them about you being crazy. They will claim to not to remember even unforgettable events, flatly deny that they ever happened, and they will never even entertain the possibility that they may have forgotten or not truly forgotten. This is an extremely aggressive and infuriating tactic called gaslighting, a common technique used by abusers of all kinds. And your perceptions, your reality are continually undermined so that you end up without any confidence in yourself, in your reality, your intuition, your memory, or your reasoning. I'm going to call this one ping pong. When a person begins to start to become enlightened and understand how the narcissist works, he or she realizes that it's a bit of like playing ping pong, or it's a back and forth. And anytime a narcissist has to self-reflect or is kind of forced to possibly have to self-reflect about anything, they will immediately throw the ball back into the person that they consider the opponent's court. Narcissists will always throw the ball, and they do this with the expectation that they will not have to take responsibility. You could also call this like hot potato, whatever. And they do this again with the expectation that they won't have to take responsibility or accountability. And they hope that by not taking responsibility for their own behaviors, by using blaming, shaming, projection, and denial, their partner will do what they have always done: forgive and forget. The narcissist, they will make excuses. The victim will often make excuses for the narcissist's behavior, claim the narcissist couldn't help him or herself because they were having a bad day, and on and on and on. The narcissist is a moving target, and you are always on the firing line. To get away from them or to expose a narcissist, you have to keep an eye on the ball at all times. For example, their actions and motives are playing their games with you. You have to stop wanting to play all together. Liar's poker. Individuals with NPD play this game, and they play it fantastically. They are accomplished liars, and their complete persona and their entire world is based totally off of lies and stolen character traits. So their positive attributes and alleged actions are all made up in order to get other people to give them their fix of narcissistic supply, that praise, that adulation, and their accolades. They will also play a fun game of keep away. This is the game that you yourself must learn to play. It is important to recognize that the narcissist will never, ever acknowledge any games that he or she may be playing, and it is up to you to stop playing. And to do this, you have to stop bringing up things such as past events and their not so good behaviors, because you will always be told that you are wrong no matter what, and they are right, and that you need help. And don't try to get them to acknowledge or take responsibility for their actions or words, because they will always say they didn't do it, that you were crazy, and it never happened. If you are in a relationship, you can walk away from the toxic narcissist in your life. If your boss is an abusive narcissist, you can find another job. You can walk away from your parents too, siblings. It doesn't matter if they are abusive. You are allowed to do this. And if you choose to stay, one way to stop playing their game is not to respond to the jabs, the barbs, the pleas, the put downs. But perhaps you're thinking of it this way. If you're playing a game of catch and a catch with a ball, the only way to stop the game is not to catch the ball when thrown, or pick it up whenever the ball comes into your court and throw it back. It is possible, 100% possible to stop playing games with a narcissist, but be prepared for an onslaught of accusations, negativity, histrionics. Ignore inciting words. Do not respond with inciting words. Hang up the phone, not necessarily with proper notice, such as something like, oh, I've got something that I need to do. I recommend just slamming it down, or leave the location where he or she is at. There are many ways for you to refuse to catch that ball and put that ball down and keep it out of your court, keep it away forever. And this is the game of keep away. You stay away, walk away, and refuse to play. My name is Sara Ann Brown, and this is Narcissistic Abuse 101.